This video is going to be very lo-fi, even more so than in general, than I generally do. I'm going to be going on a trip soon to Michigan's Upper Peninsula, and I'm very excited for many reasons, but I get to bring this deck that I have called the Great Lakes Oracle, and it's all about the Great Lakes are a majestic collective freshwater energy that emerged from the Ice Age. This deck of oracle cards will help you take a leap into the cold water where you will explore the lakes on a vibrational energy level. Discover which Great Lakes Oracle card will light up your soul like the Northern Lights. And yeah, so what I thought I'd do today, I actually was thinking of doing a 3-card spread, but actually, now that I think about it, I might just do a ramble and showcase. I know I've occasionally done 1-card spreads, so actually let me take this and actually have it on the burlap for at Great Lakes Oracle freshwater energy. So this is about as lo-fi as you can get. Alright. So we have the book, and just like with other Ramble Showcase, I will flip the cards over and pick a few that speak to me that I'd like to read from the guidebook. So let's see what we have. Forget-me-nots. And I got this deck, might have been 2 years ago or something. I don't even remember how I found out about it. Northern Lights. That'd be amazing to see them. We actually there was unhealthy air quality the other day because of the Canadian wildfires, but hopefully that will not be the case. Tugboat. I love the artwork here. It feels very evocative. Morel mushrooms. I've only found them maybe once or twice. Like looking for mushrooms. I don't eat them, but logging. But I know morels are highly prized. Christmas tree ship. Well, you know what? I'm intrigued. So let's see what we have. It's actually card number 2. Anticipation, gifts to share. Also, by the way, if you've not seen this deck before, the guidebook's really nice. It has full color, it has a nice description and keywords. So, anticipation, gifts to share. Each year, Rouse Simmons, a 3-masted schooner, would leave the harbor delivering Christmas trees. On November 22nd, 1912, the ship was filled to the brim with over 3,000 pine trees. The gale started up shortly after the ship left. Winds on Lake Michigan were over 60 miles per hour, and as the storm worsened, the floating forest of trees was soon covered in ice sheets. The next day, the ship became a casualty to the November storm. The Christmas tree ship never docked in Chicago, where it would have spread holiday cheer with its forest of trees. What gifts can you bring to port? Everyone has passions. Too often we keep these passions to ourselves because we aren't sure how to share them. Today, make a conscious effort to share the gifts you have, even if it is just with one person. Affirmation: I will share my gifts. One thing that jumps out to me personally is that even if it's just with one person, I feel like it's easy to get caught up in thinking you're useless or you're a or any of those kind of things without really realizing, like, it makes a difference just to help make even one person's life a little lighter. This is freighter. Beach. I like the simplicity of that card, but you still know exactly what you're looking at. Color change. Oh wow, yeah, that would be cool. I'm from the super down near the Gold Coast, so we didn't get a lot of color changes. Where I am now, would have considered a lot, but it's not like that. Zebra mussels. We have those here, but I don't know if they're invasive there, but they're invasive here. Sulox. I'm assuming that's how that's pronounced. Oh, that's beautiful. Sunrise. It makes me really excited. I mean, I was already excited about the trip, but I'm like, oh my god. And an oracle deck to boot. Shipwrecks. I'm gonna look that one up. Number 36. I want to see if she talks about. I thought like that place like Superior or something might have like some of the most shipwrecks. Oh Jesus Christ, yeah. Shadow work, uncover inner strength. With over 6,000 ships resting in its ancient waters, the Great Lakes are known for some of the greatest shipwrecks of our time. Many of these ships rest across the dark, cold bottom of the lakes. Surrounded by the darkest of waters, these empty vessels are merely broken down shadows of the majestic ships they once were. These shipwrecks symbolize the need to do some shadow work within yourself, diving into the unconscious parts of yourself that you've repressed. What negative parts of your subconscious have become buried like the sunken ships on the lake floor? Dig deep and look at those unconscious aspects of yourself that trigger your fears. You should light on the cause of your unconscious fears before your ship becomes unbalanced and you sink into the cold, watery depths. Affirmation: I will give love and light to my shadow self. Sorry about how shaky my hands are. Like I said, super lo-fi. It's like public service announcement. Peach glass. When I did a one card pull for myself earlier, that's what I got. I'm hoping we find beach glass and other cool agates and things. Cherries. Mariner. Lakeside cabins. One of the cool things about this deck is in the intro and the book, she talks about how she just like literally woke from a dream, basically, with this deck like in her mind. The Great Lakes. Truly divine inspiration. Sunset. So beautiful. Taquamenon Falls. One of the things I'm excited is I got a book, like there's a whole book just on waterfalls of like the Upper Peninsula to Edmund Fitzgerald. Apparently there's a lot of waterfalls up there. Lighthouse Keeper. Lighthouse. I'm sorry. I'm at kind of an angle. So sorry, I'm putting my like regular spot. Let's see if that's a little better. Here we go, Lake Superior agates. I'm really hoping we find some. There's also something called a Uperlite that I only learned about like last year, I think. It'd be really neat to find that too. You need a UV light. And I have one. Let's see, driftwood. those things are freaky and scare me, and I hope I never see one in real life. Piping plovers. The moon, or moon. I like all her cards, but even just the ones that are of the lake, or the lakes. Really neat. What do we have here? Whitefish Bay. Pictured rocks. Sleeping Bear Dunes. We'll have to look some of these places up. We'll be on our way up there. Fresno Lands. I wonder if that's what they use in the lighthouse. Not sure. Gales of November. Copper. They're supposed to be big old like copper mines up there. That's another thing if you rock out. Forest. I don't know my trees. Is that a beach? I have no idea. It's definitely not an oak. That's all I can tell you. Or a pine tree. Fishing net. These cards are a little larger than a lot of like tarot cards, but they really have a nice thickness. Mackinac Bridge, I guess is how you'd say that. Petoskey stone. I was hoping we'd be able to find those, but I think where we're going, you don't usually find those. I think there's actually like a state park that's even really good for finding them, but it's not near where we're going. Anchor. I'm hoping to find a third one that I really hope we only have one card left. Glacier. Okay, I want to read more about that. If there's glaciers up where 37. Or if it's about like maybe how the glaciers carved things up there. It says move, disrupt, and reconfigure. 20,000 years ago, glacial ice sheets filled what we know today as the Great Lakes. The glaciers symbolize the magnitude of changing your inner landscape. Over time, glaciers were able to move and reconfigure the most dense pieces of land. They moved with intention as they made their changes. Slowly, deliberately, and ever-changing, these ancient glaciers carved out their surroundings. Water began to fill the valleys that were left behind as the shining sun melted the catalyst for change. Look around your inner landscape. What in your life is in need of slow and intentional change? Are you ready to do the hard work of moving, disrupting, and reconfiguring in order to find transformative growth? Affirmation: I will move slowly and with intention, changing my inner landscape. That's something I'm trying to work on right now. It's been a really insane past few years. And we just wreaked a lot of havoc, internally, externally, all the above. And so it's kind of a reminder that, building back up a life is not something you can do quickly, but that's okay. A glacial pace is still okay. So this is the Great Lakes Oracle. It says Everyday Treasures Edition. I don't know if there used to be a different edition, or she plans maybe one day to do a different edition. Um, it's possible. I'd love it if she did like a second deck. Maybe she was thinking like this one because of the stones and stuff. That like it's about the treasures you find, but I don't know because you don't pick up glaciers. But anyway, love the artwork. Very cool guidebook, really cool place-specific tech, which I always really love. It's very evocative. Makes me super excited about my trip. And hopefully you like to see in this tech. And yeah, I'm gonna try to schedule posts while I'm gone. And hopefully I'll see you